I'm at a fork in the road. I think I'm going to go to the domestic equity side, the domestic debt side. So if you could pay attention to how a region with 8 countries is borrowing the capital markets, I think it'll be very, very interesting because domestic debt is a way to avoid currency risk that was mentioned. And from there, we'll go to international debt and then take it to equity. So please,
yes, thank you. Let me first start by...
Please introduce yourself briefly.
Exactly. By saying my name is Adrien Diouf and I'm from Agence UMOA-Titres. First, what is Agence UMOA-Titres? Agence UMOA-Titres is a DMO, but not a common DMO. It's a debt management office for 8 countries. We have the challenges to issue debt. We are basically the issuance authority for 8 countries.
Both domestic and international?
Yes, both domestic and international. And those 8 countries are sharing the same currency and the same central bank. It's a monetary and an economic union, and that's why we can do that. That being said, let's say that we are issuing every year basically 3.5 billion USD locally, let's say 2.5, and international on the international market 1 billion. Where it comes from? Actually, it's a strong political will which has been taken a couple of years ago to put capital market at the middle of a development strategy. The countries has noticed one thing: they need a strong debt market, and if you need a strong debt market, you have to build it. So what they decided to do is to use the sovereign debt market to build a strong debt market based on the sovereign. Why the sovereign? Because to build a market, you need human resource, you need infrastructure, you need human capital, and only the sovereign debt market was able to provide, in terms of size, the critical size to allow all the actors to be sustainable. So the idea we have was to put all our efforts together, the 8 countries together, to build only one market, and we are issuing on a regular basis on that market. We are one of the most dynamic, maybe not in terms of size, but in terms of frequency, in terms of practice, in terms of modernization, taking new regulation in order to make that market more sustainable. But it's not just a political will, it's also a necessity. Why a necessity? Because a couple of years ago, you know, with the crisis and everything, public aid went down, and all our countries were facing, at the same time, they were facing a need in terms of investing in infrastructure. There was no money for that, so they have to be innovative. Just to give you a number in terms of budget, capital market started 10 years ago, let's say 15 years ago, was 0% or maybe 1% in terms of budget. And today we are at 25%, and we won't be stopping there. We will be just taking more and more space in the budget. So basically that's the strategy. If you want, we can talk a little bit more about what we offer, how the market is structured, and how we can do, what we can do to get you come in our market, because that's one of our challenges now.
Thank you very much, Adrien. It's very interesting, and I think one of the notable accomplishments of the region, the UMOA region, is that BOAD, Banque West Africaine de Développement, actually a client of ours, has obtained an investment grade rating, the 5th highest in Africa, BBB1 Moody's, and BBB flat Fitch, and there will be a significant issuer in the markets in the fall, $500 million perhaps. We shall see.
Doing business in Africa, you can't afford to be without Africa Investor.